Hey guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. I'm here with Barry. We're here on Contractors Live. We are going to call this show called Cleaning Talk Live, Barry. When you and I come on alone, we're going to call it Cleaning Talk Live. And Barry and I are going to talk tonight about everything. You guys see the Las Vegas show there at the Sunset Station, 26th and 27th in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will both be there with Robert, and we're going to be doing a commercial live event, guys. That's the first thing coming up. But, man, we're going to talk about these other shows. I'm going to get the dates up, but I was telling you, we got 3 shows in Orlando this year. Do you want to sound them off, or do you want me to sound them off?
Go ahead, Ron. You sound them off, brother.
Okay, we've got February. You got the PWNA. Okay, they're coming up. They're coming up too, right around the corner. Believe it or not, they're going to be right around the corner. And then the Huge is going there. I believe it's August, and the Huge convention. They've been in Nashville, I think, for 3 years now. Finally, they're moving that thing somewhere else. And frankly, they needed to, okay, because this show here, man, is about no BS. We're not going to BS about attendance. We're not going to tell you that there was 1,000 people at an event when there were not. They needed to move. CETA, again, just got out of Reno, Nevada. They had a great turnout for their membership. Not such a great turnout for contractors. Hopefully, like last year, they had 825 in Orlando. They're going back to Orlando this year. Hopefully, they do that well and have an 825 or more turnout in Orlando. And I believe they're doing that in October. I'm going to look at you know what? Why not just pull this thing up and let's see if we can find it. And we're talking, October 7th and 9th. October 7th and 9th. The Huge, 27, 28. I could be wrong on these dates, guys. And PWNA, which is right around the corner. Don't know the actual dates on theirs, but I believe it's the 17th through the 19th of February. February through those days. And then, we've got one coming up in April. I'm going to see if I can pull that one up. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. Let's see. How do I do that? I want to pull it up. Let me see. The Wash and Learn event is in April. Let me get the dates for you guys. It's the 19th and the 20th, which the 19th is a Sunday. The 20th is a Monday. And it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago. It's on the north side of Chicago, if you guys don't know the Chicago area. So you do not want to fly in. If you fly in, don't fly into Midway. Fly into O'Hara. It's a completely different world from the north to the south side of town. And thank goodness this is on the north side of town. I know, Barry, have you been to Chicago?
Yeah, we don't want to be on the south side, right?
We don't want to be on the south side. So what's going on, Barry? I've heard rumors, man. You might be doing a big event in Atlanta. Do you have an idea of the month?
Yeah, Ron, what I'm shooting for, and thank you for bringing that up, what I'm shooting for is either the second to last week or the last week of March. So basically the second half of March. We don't have a time nailed down. And the reason I'm strategically putting it there is because the season hasn't really started for most of the people. It's about to kick off. So it's going to be fresh on everybody's mind to pile in the information, to learn as much as you can, to make 2026 the best year you've ever had. If you want to do better, you got to know better. You got to get in the right room.
What's your event look like, Barry? Give these people... Give me something of what your event's going to look like, okay? I mean, I want to know, what's it going to look like?
Well, we're still putting it together, so don't hold me to every small detail. But in a nutshell, what we're trying to do is we're going to put contractors. It's going to be a contractor first type of event. So we're going to have contractors in there, and it's going to be a 2-day event. And we're going to have food trucks outside. So you don't have to worry. We're not going to cater. We're going to do food trucks. So we're going to have coffee truck, food trucks, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner on site. We want to put everybody in one room so you don't have to wander to multiple rooms and you can get education there. And we're going to have vendors strategically placed in the big hallway section. We're looking at some really good areas outside of Atlanta, the north side, Ron.
So you're not necessarily thinking that there's going to be 1,000 people here with a one room idea, not for the first show. What are you guessing? 200, 300, 400, 500?
I'm aiming for 300. I'm aiming for 300 people. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I want to find out what capacity is, and I want to be at capacity.
Okay. There you go. So if you rent a ballroom, typically they hold probably most hotels with the 3-tier ballroom. It's a 500 to 600 people. Depending on how many vendors and stuff that want to show up at this thing. And it's going to be very, I guarantee you this, if you wind up doing a free contractor show, Barry, I think that you're going to wind up having,
Ron,
500
let me
people.
say it right now. It's going to be free.
Wow. That is crazy.
Completely free.
Heath Phelps is watching us. How you doing, Heath?
What's up, Heath? I'm afraid to touch my camera and see the comment section. I don't want to.
Oh man, you got to touch. I'll pull them up if somebody does.
Free. That's right. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, listen, because here's the thing. There's a difference, in my opinion, between obviously paid mentors, getting in the rooms, but this is going to be contractor driven. We're going to have the best vendors there. We're going to have the best teachers there. It's going to be free for you to learn. We're going to have demos outside, okay? So we're going to have food trucks. We're going to have demos. It's going to be free. It's in the largest airport in the country. Tickets will be free. It will be not in a bad area. It's going to be a very nice area, so you don't have to worry about things wandering off from your car when you're not at your car. So we're taking all that into consideration. Ron, let me just go ahead and say this, Ron. We want to raise the bar in 2026, okay? We want to raise the bar, and we want to set the standard as far as public events.
Talking about the bar. You're talking about the standards. Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's been too many bars raised at too many of these events.
No, yeah. We're not talking about the liquor bar.
Lower the bar on some of these other events. Oh, wait, stay away from the bar.
I don't think I will not even. We won't even be serving alcohol at my event. That's not the whole. We're not there to. Whatever you do after the event's fine, whatever. But I need to have all my speakers at tip top sharp when they're speaking, right? Because people are traveling from all over the country. I need them sharp. I need them focused to be delivering.
But I wanted to say something, Barry, when these people talk about this, because people sit there, there's always that thing, free. You don't give it, when you do something for free, it's not any value, blah, 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 blah. Man, that is the biggest thing that people are trying. The only people selling that are the people that are charging for events. That's it. Okay. Because I can pay for something and it's shit too. Okay. You can get something for free and it can be shit. You can not pay for something and it can be absolute dynamite and worth gold. You know what I mean? Priceless. That's just a thing that people want to say because they want to charge for education. And look, I got nothing wrong with people charging for education. I want to come clear on that right there. There's a lot of great instructors out there that charge money. And you know what? If you need that, I highly recommend that you go do that and you pay somebody, because a lot of times you do need that advanced learning that somebody else can train you, and they need to get paid for their time. But this event that Barry's going to do, man, is going to be free. And I believe that he's going to have the best people in their teaching. He's going to vet these guys, and there's going to be no sales shenanigans. Nobody's going to be there trying to sell crap at this thing. It's just about education. Now, is an event that actually is free? Does Barry go down to the hotel and say, hey, I'm putting on a free event, and the hotel goes, oh, you can have the whole place for free? No, they don't. It costs money, right? And I always try to tell people that just because somebody is allowing you to attend an event, it doesn't mean it's free. You have the vested time that you're taking away from your family, your work. You're paying for airplane tickets, accommodations. You're going to eat. You're going to be away from your own business for 3 days. That's you can't treat this like it's free. You have to come there ready to engage, ready to learn, and you've got to be willing to listen. And after you get done with it, willing to actually implement what these people are trying to teach you. Oh, and by the way, if we divide up all the expenses, I've been doing these events for 20 years, and you take the 30 or 40 or $50,000, the biggest event that I ever put off would cost $72,000. If I divided that by the number of attendees, it was $1,000 to come to that event, or $500. And that's what it's going to cost. That's what it's going to cost this event in Atlanta, because I can guarantee you this right now. Atlanta is not a cheap venue. There's nothing going to be cheap about Atlanta.
Nope.
And I know Barry, he's not looking for the Taj Mahal because he knows we're all contractors, but it's not going to be Motel 6.
Yeah, it won't be. And while you're talking real quick, I'm gonna give you some ideas of what we're looking at. I don't mind sharing it, that don't hold me to this, but I'm gonna tell you some ideas of what we're looking at. I had it punched up. I've already done the research of where we should be at. You're right, Ron, how we talked about over the Gwinnett County area up in there, that would be a good one. North Atlanta,
Yep. And if Nicole's listening, maybe she'll help us out. Hopefully. We would love her to help us out. She's really good at these. She's put on not as many as I have, but damn near. She's really good at it. Really, really good at it.
So let's talk about the next one in Chicago, Ron.
April. Got it coming up in April, man. It's going to be in April 19th to 20th. And that is a free event. It's the Wash and Learn event. And you know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and I am going to copy and paste this and throw it in there as well. There's no reason I shouldn't just go ahead and put that link right in there. You guys can see it right there. Wash and Learn. It's the Washworks Supply event. It's the Wash and Learn Midwest. It's in Schaumburg, 19th and 20th of April. Barry's going to be there. I'll be there. I'm not doing anything at that event, but Barry's speaking. Who knows what Barry's going to be speaking on, but he'll be there. And guys, don't forget also, man, I mean, I'm going to chime these out again really fast. 26th and 27th in Las Vegas. April, we got the Wash and Learn event. Go back to February, we've got the PWNA event going on. I think the 17th, 18th, and 19th, or 18th, 19th, and 20th. Go to pwna.org and check it out. Confirm my dates. Don't buy any plane tickets without doing that, please. And then,
Right.
We've got 3 events in Orlando again, as I mentioned earlier, and they're going to be the huge convention that's in August. They're on the 6th and 7th. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot in Florida. And then there's CETA. That they're going to be doing in October. And I think I said the 6th and 7th. But like I said, go to CETA.org and chime in on that one. And I got to tell you something about the CETA.org one. I'm putting this out there. I don't know if it's true because I don't know. But I heard that one's going to be free as well.
Which one's that? What you said is gonna be free, Ron? What's that one? CETA. Oh, okay.
I'm not telling you. I just think that it might be. That's just my perspective on it. But who knows? I mean, I'm not running the show over there. As everybody knows, that's a distributor-run organization. In the industry, we don't have a real thing here, Barry, where contractors are really running anything. I mean, people just don't want to don't want to understand that most of these conventions are being run either by private individuals, and
Right.
that's okay too, or they're being run by um, basically manufacturers and distributors, and that's just how it is. And that's why I think that when you get an event, when you go back to Trudy's original events, back when Panhandle was doing the events 4 or 5 years ago, um, I believe when they were running them as contractor run events, there was a better turnout. That's just what it was, and that's why Anthony's event, the Wash and Learn event in Chicago, did so well last year and had 200 and I think 25 or 45 people there. He did really well because he's a contractor that basically turned distributor. And I think that when you get somebody that's a contractor that's involved in the events and they're deep in the trenches with it, I think that you just get a better event. I mean, it just makes
Amen.
sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes perfect sense, man. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, because that's why that's why I've positioned myself to be able to a contractor first, Ron. Every day I'm in the trenches working. Been today, in
Are you
meetings and
stealing my slogan? Are you stealing my slogan?
nah, man. But
It's
yeah.
okay, man. I give you permission to use it. I do have it copywritten though. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Listen, Ron. Hey, I'm family. You're my Uncle Ron,
That's
dude.
it,
So
Uncle Ron. That's right.
Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron. hey, Uncle Ron and Papa AC.
That's it.
But yeah, man. But what else we got going on, Ron? I'm looking right now. Listen, we're looking at being North Atlanta, man. And what these hotels I'm looking at have, around 900 people capacity, 25,000 total event space. So even this one right here is 144,000 square foot exhibit halls. So we're looking at those north of Atlanta. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be nice. And
I
it's
can't
not
wait. What time of the year are you thinking? You got anything on your mind?
March, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's right around the corner. You better get that sewed up. That's right.
Yeah,
around
I
the
know,
corner.
I
Right
know,
around the
man.
corner.
I'm
Yeah.
wanting to do March because I think it's. What do you think? I think the beginning of the year is better than the end, don't you think? And definitely not the middle.
I think that the beginning of the year here, we're just going to talk real here. So
Yeah,
contractors,
we're talking like we're off camera, but we're on
so
camera, so whatever.
contractors can understand this. I've been doing this a long time. Here's the play on the early event. On the seasonal guys, if you mess around with the late February, early March, and the weather's good, they're already back to work, right? And
Right.
and they're back to work, so you get a low turnout. I've been at the biggest events when snow was blowing, okay? Because when it's bad weather, nobody's
Yeah.
got anything to do, they pile into the events. But here's the double-edged sword. At the beginning of the season, everybody, I don't want to say they're broke, but we're going to stretch out. They don't have all the funds that they'd like to have because they've been using all their nuts that they saved up. And these are the seasonal guys. I'm not talking about the commercial guys or the guys that have been running a business for 20 years, because those guys, they've navigated this. They know what they're doing. But the startup guy, he has money. But the guy that's been in business from the 1 to 4 year mark, he's usually not the guy that is showing up, but probably more important for him to show up than anybody. You know what I mean? Because he might have been struggling or whatever, but typically they don't have the money. What I like about your end of the March, weather's already going good. People are already back to work. So what do they have? They have some money in their pocket, and if they need this training, they're going to go ahead and they're going to come to it, right? They're going to come to it. They're going to come to it because there is a stretch in between there, and not, let's face it, snow doesn't fly much in Georgia. It does, but if it does, it's a national crisis. Nobody's coming out, but the reality of it is the weather will have been broken, and I think people will already be working, and I think that I think it'll be a grand turnout. I think it'll be a perfect timing. But I'm going to be honest with you, man, and nobody really knows this. The best month is between the 15th of July and the 5th of August. That's when events typically have been the busiest notoriously, because most contractors have a lull and the kids are going back to school. Everybody's gone off vacation, and there's a time period right there. And guess what they have a lot of? Money. They have a lot of money. And guys are going to sit there and go, "Yeah, Ron's talking about they just want to get money." No, the show is free, guys. But there's no secrets here. You know, vendors and whatnot are paying for the events. So the show, to be successful, has to be worth it. It's it's an eco cycle, right? Everybody has to do well with everything. And that's just
Ron,
how
let me just preface this. The place I'm looking at now, do you want to know about a ballpark of how much it's going to cost for just the room for the ballroom?
let's hear it.
$25,000.
Yep. I know. That's why I try to tell you.
Just for the ballroom. It's going to be amazing though, but that's the thing, like, so that's not free, like you said. But the thing is this: we can, in the beginning of the year, yeah, it will be the fact that it's free, more contractors can be able to come and learn from it. But the middle of July, I mean the middle of the year, that may be a thought too, Ron, because nothing's concrete yet. It'll give me more time to plan, but I really want to do the beginning. But that's like we're right on it, like 90, 120 days from there.
Oh, it can still happen. And and I guarantee you this, you'll get 3 or 4 or 500 there. There's no doubt.
Right.
There's no doubt. It's Atlanta. If we had a meetup, we could get 150 guys there, and we could do that next week.
Right.
And with a meetup. So there's no way. Atlanta's the 6th largest city in the country. I mean, it's not gonna. There's gonna be lots and lots of people there, lots and lots. And the craziest thing in the world is, I think it's kind of funny because these organizations, they're all going to Orlando, and I heard this. They're all going to Orlando this year. Guess where they're coming next year, man?
Where?
Phoenix.
Oh, really?
Is that funny? It's funny. Now, I didn't get that confirmed with anybody, but I've just heard just through the rumor mill. So,
but Ron, imagine this, Ron. Imagine you got your food trucks outside. No catering. Nobody has to leave there. We have some amazing giveaways there. I mean, it's going to be. I want it to be amazing. Like we want to make it as spectacular as possible.
Oh, it will be, man. It will be. There's no doubt in my mind. Your event's going to be spectacular. It's going to have spectacular dynamic speakers. I hope John Majak, man, can be one of your speakers, because I got to tell you, man, John has just gone to a brand new level, man, brand new.
I'm sure John, if I message him, he would be on board with it. He's a great guy.
I'm going to ask somebody to slip in here. Let's see if they do.
So, Ron, today I just got my fire extinguisher stamped for my new shop. I did that. I picked up my new business license for this location. Been running around meeting with, mayors today, as we talked about. Just doing a lot of stuff that people think there's no work to be done in the wintertime. There's always work to be done, man. The most important work you can do is not actually doing the work, but working on the company, The most important thing is building your brand and networking and working on instead of in the company, as creating systems.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to mention something too, man. Heath Phelps is not new to teaching, okay? He did start a paid school. He was doing it for free, I think for about the last 3 or 4 years. But I wanted to mention that's another school option in Texas. And I'm just going to tell you, I know he's listening. You're too cheap, man. He's too cheap. He's too good to be that cheap. And I just wanted to let guys know that, man, if you're watching this and you're thinking about going to a pressure washing school, for the amount of money and the value that he's charging, it's not enough, But if I were a new guy and I wanted to go out there and learn from someone who was really in the trenches, and he's out in the trenches, that's the thing that people don't get. They sometimes think because somebody's new, they don't know what they're doing, but they don't understand. Sometimes people come from backgrounds where they have the skill set, and they learn quickly. How long have you been doing this now, Barry? Just out of curiosity.
Full time or just in general? Because I've been doing it I was doing it part time before I jumped in full time.
Were you?
So,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right. You
dude,
told me that accidental story. That's right. It's kind of
I
funny.
was detailing man, I've been in the cleaning industry. Well, Ron, I sold Kirby vacuums at 19, Ron. That's, I mean, that's got to count for something.
Do
If I
you
can
know?
go
Do you
in
know that
your
I talk?
house
Do you know
and,
that I talk about? Do you know that I talk about the Kirby in every one of my sales presentations? Every
bro,
one, because
bro,
Barry, there's something here you got to listen. There is not a time I've ever had 35, 40 people in the room, and everyone can connect a Kirby somewhere in their bloodline. Somewhere. Isn't that
right.
crazy? Isn't
Well,
that crazy?
yeah, and so I was selling Kirby's, at 19 years old, man. But beyond that, Ron, I started a detail shop. I think in 2006 or seven, I had a shop in Tennessee, and we were detailing cars there, and then I did it mobile detailing. We'd go to gyms. We washed their cars while they're in the gym. This was Ron, 20 years ago. And then for the last consistently full time, nothing else this is year 11, like nothing else going into year 11 of no other income but the cleaning. Besides my plant business and stuff, but as far as cleaning is concerned.
Yep. We just changed that to the Pressure Washing Institute here. We're gonna roll this thing out. What do you want to say in closing, man? Other
Um,
than
all right, this is what I want to say. I want to say, like, and this is so cliche, tongue in cheek, but I had to say it. All right. They say, well, if we're throwing an event that is free, it's absolutely free, minus your travel and your expenses and your lodging and your food, of course, everything that you would normally do, but the event's free. Imagine not being there. Like, how could you not be there, Ron? If we're going to be putting grand slam people in front of you for absolutely free, why would you not be there? Like, and then if you fail or if you don't succeed, you only have yourself to blame because the information was there. The opportunity was there. So I'm going to leave with this. It's not can you afford to do it, it's can you afford not to do it. And that's my take on it, Ron. Back to you.
absolutely, you can't afford not to come. It's like the guy that says, "I don't have enough money to advertise." Hey, man, you can't afford not to advertise. You got to get
Right.
out there and get the education. Mike Carmody, just say good stuff. Mike, I can't tell you how many industry leaders like yourself. We want you to join us on this, man. We really do, don't we, Barry?
Yeah.
Don't we want all the guys like Mike in the industry? You know,
Yeah,
we
man.
want
All they got to do is jump on, dude. Turn the
that's
camera
it.
on.
Get on board, man. Heath too is still watching. He's another guy, man. We want everybody in the industry that understands the education process and wants to be a part of these things, man, to jump on this thing and be a part of it. Because there's no reason that I don't know, man. There's no reason to have all these lines in the sand that all the people and all the fractions of the industry, we really do. Everybody says, oh, let's get united and sing kumbaya. Let's really do it. Let's get together. And people that don't want to get together in the industry, oh well, we can't do anything. You're welcome. You're welcome to come. That's all I can say. Don't
Listen,
be.
you can put if you have a personal issues with somebody, you can put that to the side for the greater and of the industry. Like
That's
if
it.
I don't like Ron, he likes peanut butter sandwiches, or Ron don't like that I'm bald headed. We can put that to the side and for the greater purpose of what we're doing, man. It
I
happens all the
wore a,
time.
I wore a red shirt today. You don't like me.
That's it, man. Yeah, you got to be the man in black.
That's it. Well,
So,
hey, man, thanks for coming out again, Barry. We're going to do this again. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Hopefully Robert will be feeling better, or Anthony. We're going to get them out of here and talk about the 2 shows right at hand that are coming up. February, we got the PWNA coming up. We also are going to have Robert's show in Las Vegas, which is commercial cleaning show, guys. And then don't forget it. We'll be back again in April at Anthony's show in Chicago. And somewhere in between there, Barry's going to figure this out, and we'll be doing something in Atlanta in March.
That's it.
Have a great day, guys. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First.